Hey guys, it's Cray here, back with some more Donkey Kong Country Returns, and now we'll be doing 7-B, and then we'll be doing about the first half of World 8, so you guys enjoy watching this. This is going to be stressful. I know it's a little stressful, but because World 8 is like where the game really ramps up in difficulty. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet so you guys can see this cutscene. Alright, and here we are. This is the World 7 boss, one of the more infamously harder bosses in the game. Not the hardest, I'd say. I'd still say Dugly is still a little bit harder, but this guy can be pretty challenging, especially on your first try. This guy is something you really need to, and someone you really need to watch a lot. Like, this boss fight capitalizes on timing so much because you're constantly observing patterns, and like, you gotta go between his legs and be very, very careful watching everything he does. He has like different attacks that throw you off, where like the machine will turn red and try to attack you, and you'll get hit if you're not careful. This guy has all these attacks that throw you off. When you can attack him, you'll see him like start spinning like he did there. You gotta duck down, and then when you finally know you're safe to get back up, you can jump up there, and you want to start immediately like swinging your motor, making Donkey Kong start attacking, so he can attack the green part there. It's kind of like you're just clinging to it, and then you want to attack it. It's not too bad. And getting in the hits isn't too bad either. You need to do what I'm doing like at least 3 times. First few hits shouldn't be that bad. The third hit's kind of hard. But don't be mistaken, this isn't over like as soon as you do that. There's still more to this boss fight. You'll see what I'm talking about after I get the third hit in. It's like there's not a lot to say besides be observant in this boss fight. He's annoying, a really annoying boss. Okay, mostly you're just sitting here waiting, watching him, making sure you know what he's about to do. And then once you've avoided him like I think 3 times or so, that's usually when he activates his pattern. And then I ducked, hit him there. Once you hit him the 3rd time, you activate phase 2 of this boss fight. Legs break off, as you can see, and he starts spawning these annoying little chicken robots to start attacking you, which are not too bad. They don't really get in the way. You gotta be careful because he'll kind of slam his little thing down here to attack you. So watch out, then jump on his head once he's exposed, which isn't that hard. Just gotta make sure you're not standing in the same spot he's landing. Getting 3 hits on this is way easier than the first phase, though. 3rd hit's usually the hardest, because he moves a lot quicker. And there you go, boss fight completed. It can be hard, but I knew what I was doing, so it wasn't too challenging for me. But if you're playing this boss for the first time, it can be very, very confusing. Hope that helped you guys. Anyway, now we're moving on to World 8, which this, like I said, is where the game starts to seriously ramp up in difficulty and becomes pretty brutal. Like I said, this and World 4 are probably the 2 hardest worlds in the whole game, so be prepared. The volcano with number 1. Furious Fire. This level is not a fun level. This is the level I'm thinking of. This level really sucks because there's a lot of things going on and there's constant sources of damage here. Okay, yeah, this is the level I was thinking of, and basically there's these giant fireballs you can see there that are coming out all the time. In addition, there's these little annoying tiny fireballs that I'm pretty sure showed up in another level. And you need to kind of go and blow on them to kill them. They're annoying. I mean, you can still use a barrel to kill them, but barrels aren't exactly super common. So you just gotta kind of be very careful here. It also involves a lot of ducking in this level, so be prepared for that. Okay, there's your O. Just make sure you're doing your roll jump when you get to it. Here, you want to try and kill this guy if you can. You may not need to, though. You can just get past him. You can just hit this thing 3 times and then go up. And this thing will push you upwards, so it's really up to you whether or not you want to bother trying to kill it. Yeah, be careful, these things crumble there. Watch your pattern here, because these things are dangerous. You should probably kill this guy, or you should use it as a platform to at least to grab the end. Now be careful with that blue one there, that blue tiki. I'd recommend killing if you can. Let him get his 2 shots out at you, then attack him. You don't actually have to kill him like I did. You can just ignore him if you really want to, like I was doing. So, wait. You need to pull that if you want a puzzle piece, I believe. You don't need to pull it otherwise. Sort of get through here. Be careful. And you should be able to pass that with relative ease. This part, take your time. I cannot stress that enough. Just take your time. Because these giant fireballs can and probably will hit you if you don't. Make sure you watch their patterns carefully. Just kind of squeeze in there and get that G when you can and you know you're safe. And then keep going. By this blue guy or blow him out and kill him, and then keep going. Just don't stop moving here because these will crumble. And then you've reached the end. It's not too bad on that first level. It's dangerous, but not too dangerous. Alright, let's go on to 8-2. Alright, and here we are. 8-2 Hot Rocket. Let's do this. I believe this is another Rocket Barrel level due to the name, but like I said, I don't have the most perfect memory of all these levels. Okay, yeah, it is. Just wanted to make sure I was right. And this level is pretty annoying, to be honest. You gotta be careful with this level. There's a lot of stuff that just pops up out of nowhere. So kind of watch the environment super carefully. Descend and ascend when you need to. You gotta be at a very, very specific angle for that K, so if you go too high, you get hit. If you go too low, you won't reach it, so just keep that in mind when you're trying to get it. It's pretty easy to mess that up. I'm not entirely sure what the best way to do the puzzle pieces is. I think it's better to do it when you're doing the second run, just grab them alone. Go up to the top, but don't be too quick to go up or you'll hit the ceiling, so be careful. Descend after you get the O. Just be very, very careful with your timing. Alright, here be very careful. You have to watch these little things here, these little guys that are going in a loop. Go low and grab that in, and like I was saying, watch these guys. Try to go either low or high depending on where your safe point with these guys is. I went high because I knew I was safe there. Stay low here. And then when you get past that, go up again, so you'll be safe from it. You got your N. I believe all that's left is a G. Unless you already collected it, I wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure if I did. Okay, that was the G. I just wasn't certain if that was an N or a G because I didn't see it clearly and I couldn't full screen my video to check. And you've reached the end of the level. Really, really easy. Alright. Next up is 8-3. There's only 2 more levels we're going to do in this video. Alright, and now for 8-3 Roasting Rails. I think this is a minecart level, especially with the name, but I'm not entirely certain about that. We'll see in just a second anyway. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a minecart level. I recognize it. Not an exact minecart level, though. This is more like a pseudo minecart level. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Fire through that thing, and then see, you get on it. This is one of those where you start on it, and then you get off it a little bit early instead of going the whole way on a minecart. You gotta be kind of quick and get on and off the minecart. Fast timing. Be careful. I wouldn't risk the puzzle piece on the same go as the Kong letter, so if you want to, go for it. If not, whatever. Be careful, you gotta be very, very careful and jump at just the right second to get that O. So jump as soon as you make contact with it to try and get away and get out fine. Involves a lot of really dangerous jumps there. Now you gotta be really careful because you gotta make your jumps super safe. Try to time your jumps as perfectly as you can to get on these mine carts. Now here's dangerous too because these are sinking in the lava. Just try to be quick and not get hit if that's at all possible. Here, just focus on being fast. Usually you don't get hit by anything here as long as you're fast. If you're not careful, you might though. Reach that, and you're close to the end of the level. Here, pay attention, and when you get to the end of that rail like I was, you should be able to just jump off and grab that G. And you've reached the end of the level. It's a fairly straightforward level. I'd say that level is really, really easy in comparison to a lot of the World 8 levels, like 8.1, 8.2, and even 8.4 are all pretty simple, or all pretty hard in comparison to that level. That level is really simple. Okay. I went back and grabbed the key. I do not remember if 8-4 was the one with the key, but whatever. We'll see in just a second anyway. Mostly here to give advice. Just try and help out. Hopefully what I'm saying is helpful. Alright, and now we're at 8-4 Smoky Peak. This level is a level that involves Ramby. It's really dangerous, really hard too, so you gotta be careful. There's a lot of treacherous spots in this level. You cannot complete this level with Ramby because of all the things that Ramby needs to break, I'm pretty sure, so. Sure you go, you're careful, then you gotta lower this and get that Ramby crate. And the level starts. Keep breaking all these little chunks of rock here with Ramby's face on them. You gotta keep a move on a lot in this level. I remember there's a lot of falling platforms, and if you wait around, you probably will die, so keep moving. But when you come to these little lava things, usually you're allowed to take your time and just watch and try to make sure you go without getting hit. If you get hit by the lava, it is an instant kill, so be careful. That O there, try to make sure you jump off a tiki and bounce up high enough to get it. If not, you may not reach it at all. Okay, rush here because these platforms fall. Just try to get that little chunk of rock first and make sure you don't fall to your death. This level is, like I said, it focuses a lot on your speed, so be careful here. Keep going at your own pace once you've got off those platforms, and just feel free to take your time when you're not rushing, because this level likes to rush you a lot. Don't be too impatient though, because that lava is like a death trap waiting to happen if you're too impatient. Here, just jump and keep going. Before you go here, you can see there's an N there, or a G, I'm not entirely sure because I wasn't seeing how many letters we've got. That's the N, okay, so yeah. Keep going, just watch what you're doing with that. Jump off of that platform quickly, because you can see there was something that dropped that tried to kill you. Then get off that platform before it plummets to kill you. And then once you reach that segment that I was just at, start charging and do not slow down or you will probably die. Just keep running. This is all just crumbling rock, and you gotta be really careful where you land to get that G. So try to do it like right before the end of that. And then once you know it, you'll be over at the end of the level, beating it. All I can really tell you, like I said, was be careful and focus on your speed. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I was helpful. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.